And welcome back. So, as I said before, this next few sessions are going to be a little different. We're running a small mini campaign. At this point, too, I'd like to introduce Kenzie, someone who's played with us in the past at the table. Great to have you back. So much fun. As well, Kenny is missing tonight, but they will be back in a little bit. Don't you worry. And you know what? I'm going to give everybody the chance now to, instead of roll for recap, you're going to roll for introduction. So let's see who goes first. Lowest.
Lowest, eh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Where we starting?
11. Did I get
12. 19.
Did I get the lowest?
5.
Oh.
15.
Oh! Welcome to the table.
I'm in.
Reveal your trauma.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, the name's Bugsy. Bugsy the Beetle. You see in front of you there is a stout, large construct warforged in the shape of a horned beetle with a very large, spiked, sharp horn protruding from the forehead.
Well.
And while there are quite a few aftermarket plates installed in various places along the arms, along the chest, add extra sturdiness, you can tell this was not my original purpose, perhaps, for defense and aggression. Well, you can see underneath the veneer there is actually very round, almost kind of cutesy looking aesthetics to Bugsy, and you may be able to incline that perhaps I was more of a stage person. Perhaps I did a little ditty, a little singing on the stage every once in a while. You know, the little ones, they love a little country charm on that stage.
Right.
So,
Following.
there you see Bugsy the Beetle.
Bugsy the Beetle.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bugsy.
Also, Warlock Bard, just for
Oh,
the
okay.
actual...
Cool. Yeah.
That's probably
That's
a good
awesome.
thing to include.
The
Yeah.
actual...
What you are, who you are, yeah.
I also used to be a singer, but
That was a long time
It's a
ago.
long time ago.
5 Nights at Freddy flashbacks. Here we
It
go.
could have been worse. I was really close to just
okay,
making
wasn't
Freddy
it?
Fazbear. I was really close.
it's creepy.
Anyway.
And then I saw that you took Phantom Rogue,
Yes.
and I didn't make it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, well,
I can
next
go
up.
next. Okay. I'm gonna pull up my notes because there's some notes that I don't want people to see and I don't trust anybody.
Yes, it's a
All right.
gun.
So I'm going to describe visually first. So we have a half elf, so pretty tiny. Long red hair that basically almost hits the ground, but she's got it in like 2 braids, so kind of like a Pippi Longstocking, Wendy's girl kind of a thing. And she's wearing like kind of like the tie-up plaid shirt, and she's got Daisy Dukes as a half elf. So imagine that. But it's not like the ginger hair. It's like I don't think if anybody knows Justina Valentine for Wild and Out, but kind of like that bright red.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, kind of like a Kool-Aid red. So it's obviously like she's been using cherries or something to like dye her hair. Yeah.
Are we seeing a lot of legs here?
Well, she's a half elf.
Yeah.
But she's got Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes.
So it's still like I'd say like
Are you cheeking
3/4.
it or not?
No. But 3/4 of her short legs are showing. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
It's very red.
Yeah, but she's got cowboy boots as
you
well.
looked it
So the cowboy boot, there's leg exposed, but the cowboy boots take up like her calves anyway.
Okay.
So
So it's more of a
Tiny, short,
lifestyle
big
choice
boot.
then.
yeah,
Okay.
instead of practicality, which we'll get into when Kenny comes back. But, so we're introducing Birdie Grace.
Great.
Birdie Grace, you probably have heard of me before. I run the famous marketplace called Soy Grateful. We give our thanks every day to Mother Earth and what she has provided us every day. And as we say in the store, may the forest be with you.
Oh, wow.
That's what I did when you guys see my notes.
Oh, fuck, we're gonna get
Oh,
sued.
wow.
I didn't say it. It's simply different.
That was distinctly
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, and as we know, at the Soy Grateful, we're famous, absolutely famous for our potions. Everything is packaged in totally recyclable material that can go back into our earth and regrow the trees and the plants. All of the ingredients from Earth. our regular sellers, my regular seller, my Uncle Jeb, ain't here today, but he's really the salesman. I really make all of these. But they're famous. Some of them you can use to maybe help yourself, help your others, but also maybe harm some others. But I know these people sitting around me right now, so we're just going to keep those to ourselves. Don't you worry about that one that's brown colored.
Gee, that's not foreshadowing, at least.
No, I don't even remember what the brown color one was. That's why I have it on my phone.
Darwin's grab bag.
I don't think so. No.
Okay,
I'm
well,
really just trying to throw them off the scent of the potions.
Thank you very much, Birdie. Next up, Janelle.
I'm gonna have such a hard time not doing this accent with all y'all up in here. I'm not doing it.
So, I am playing a lady simply known as the Madam. So, I am the proprietor of a little establishment called the Cirque de Madame. And we do all kinds of fantastical circus things. I'm clearly the main attraction, so I like to do all kinds of very neat acrobatic endeavors and all of that as well. So I am a very interesting looking woman, and as I walk up to you, you'll notice that I kind of am tall and slim and very white all over. So white hair, white eyes, white skin. I'm a changeling. And because I am a changeling, I can do whatever I want, so I've got tits out like crazy. And as I slink over, you kind of wonder how I managed to do that, because it's almost like I've got extra elbows and knees and I'm moving in strange directions. That's as far as I thought of my character.
So I like the name.
The Madam.
Madam. Mysterious.
And do I have to? I'm also a bird.
Wait, sorry, I didn't say I'm druid.
We figured you were a druid.
Yeah, I thought also my earth.
Yeah.
I am what am I? I'm a bard and I am a rogue.
Ooh,
Yes, a bard.
interesting.
Interesting multi-class.
Yes. Josiah. Wow, that was
Careful.
that's
Once you say it,
habit. It's habit. Yeah.
it's gonna be real bad. All right. Well, to start things off, the first thing you notice about Joanne is her very well put together outfit. She wears cotton boots and a very well maintained captain's uniform from the country of Bragg. She carries along her back a long canvas bag that's about 6 feet long, and she carries a pistol around her waist. She is a half-elf with kind of white hair, but not as extreme, perhaps. More of a gray. And yeah, she looks a little uncomfortable.
Awesome.
Oh my god, there's so many tits.
There's some serious accents going on.
Yeah.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least,
So standing not too far from Joan, you see a quite huge, hulking construction of like metal and plates, probably close to 8 feet tall. And it's essentially this like mech form. It's got gears moving all over it, and it's constantly making noise somewhere from something. It's a little bit disconcerting to look at because it's humanoid. It has a torso and it has limbs, but it doesn't quite have a face anywhere.
And so when you're talking to it or looking at it, you're not quite sure what to focus on, what to look at. Do you look at these gauges that are over here on its chest, or this dial that's up here, or these gears that keep moving over here? It's hard to tell. There are big stickers and symbols all over it that are bright and colorful against its dusky gray metallic form, almost like a race car, like a NASCAR or something. And there's especially a
Eat fresh.
on its long, huge forearms. There are two especially noticeable big red boxes that say GTR 50 Turbo on them. And on its otherwise black and gray sort of like plate chest is a big logo that probably everybody would recognize if you're a denizen of this world, of the Happiness Company.
Oh no!
Which looks like this.
Oh, that's cute.
That sparks joy.
Now, you all would also know.
Paranoid?
You all would also know that the Happiness Company is essentially a propaganda machine for Bragg.
I don't know what you're talking
Bragg, people from Bragg are totally cool with this at all. But like the rest of you, totally mistrustful of this large black and yellow.
But we
painted
would know
on-
the symbol too, though. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
you would
Okay,
recognize
okay,
it.
okay,
It's very recognizable across the globe because they try to
Okay.
spread their propaganda.
Oh, like everywhere. Okay.
Yeah. Then as a way of greeting, it goes up to the group slowly on its like treadmill legs and says, "Greetings, humanoids. I am model XT Herman 8R, a dreadnought class humanoid suppression construct. You may call me Herman for short."
Herman the Human Nerminator.
All I want to yell is, that thing got a Hemi!
Herman, human.
Herman, what are you?
I am a warforged construct. Oh yes, and a armorer class artificer.
Well, thank you very much, Herman.
Can I just point out that if you put us in a line, we're like that image of Homo erectus.
Like the height. Like,
Dawned on me a while ago.
Future.
I agree that constructs are the final evolution.
Oh, darling.
He is right.
what's evolution?
Well,
I would agree, but something about this ain't right.
with all the introductions out of the way, shall we begin? Peace on the razor's edge. Centuries and centuries ago, there was two boys, twins, born to the royal family. Growing up, they were inseparable, best of friends. Until one day, one of the brothers started to show talents, gifts, abilities to tap into the weave of magic and manipulate it, control it. While the other brother, he was more of an intellectual type. Began to tinker and create small machines, small little toys that would dance and move. They each, as they grew, followed their path, further and further down the roads that it took them. Until one day, the king died. And it became their task to rule. The problem was, neither could agree on on the way that the country should be ruled. And so, they split. They went their separate ways. One forming the kingdom of Bragg, and the other forming the regency of Arkonos. Many, many years, centuries almost, multiple centuries, pass, filled with nothing but war. Each side using their gifts and talents as they spread through. And then over time, generations grew by, new rulers and new people were appointed, and finally the guns fall silent for the first time in centuries. The war between Bragg and Arkonos has raged for generations, but there's finally a glimmer of hope. Both sides have been meeting over the past few months and have agreed that, well, in 4 days' time, they will come together and forge an ironclad peace treaty to finally bring an end to the tragic loss of life. It was decided that the monumental event would be held in the city of Hexen, once a small town that lies along the no man's land between two warring nations, and bisected by the river Thol, acting as sort of a sanctuary for those who had been displaced by the war or trying to flee. Overcrowding and crime runs rampant through back alleys and lower streets, while the upper portions are reserved for the more affluent peoples who have made their way there. It's a city built on top of a city built on top of a town. But even they, the ones from the uppers, are not immune to the cold, icy touch of Hexen's underworld. As a gruesome murder has now been committed in the uppers. Hexen was chosen for a reason. It held no military, strategic value, other than it was a place that was neutral. So both sides agreed to meet there. We begin with the group of you who have all been summoned by certain authorities, your country's authorities, representatives from Bragg, from Hexen, and Arkonos. You've been summoned to a place called the Ivory and White, location of one of the murders. You were instructed to meet with Duke Ottenbaum. You approach the building, and you see a small swinging sign outside, just gently moving in the breeze of a rainstorm that's starting to occur. Off in the distance you hear the slow, bassy rumble of thunder. As you enter, you see standing before you an older man, wiry, grayed beard, neatly kept, slicked back hair, wearing an officer's uniform. One that you, Joan, and you, Herman, would recognize. He is a major from the Bragg military. Well, hello. You must be the specialists. Oh, Captain. Major. I didn't know that you were appointed to this. It's lovely to see you here.
Good to see you too, sir.
I understand you've been sent to here to help find and dispatch, possibly, of this disgusting urchin that is seeming to pose some risk to the upcoming peace accord. For you who don't know, I am Duke Almond Ottenbaum. I am the commander of Her Majesty's Queen Lays of Bragg's Logistics Corps. I am responsible for most everything going on through the country and through this city in the moment. I do believe this might be for you all, and holds out a letter.
Yes, thank you. Thank you kindly. Clearly, it's.
What does it say?
We shall see.
Letters should be read by the ranking official. Clearly, this would be the captain.
Darling, that's me. This is my town.
Lee is her first name. Lee and Madam is her last name. Lee Madam.
Should
V
I
is
read
a
it?
title given to vermin such as cockroaches.
To the fools who will try and stop me. Do you like my little gift for you? I hope you are able to appreciate the true artistry of it and the symbolism behind it. Alas, this is not my masterpiece that is yet to come. By chance have you found the other pieces of art I have left you? For far too long, the people of Bragg and Arconos, there's a lot of have been the pawns for those who believe to be our betters. I have accepted my role as the one to be the I like the drama. To be the spark of change that will burn this whole thing to the ground. And bad spelling. The pieces are in their place and the board is set. If you hope at all to stop me, then you must now play my game. Stop me if you dare. Hugs and kisses. Snake. Or S, possibly.
Oh, how sweet.
Everyone make a perception check.
Hold on, I don't know what that is for me.
Not the bad.
Yeah, that's a good start. 10.
See.
24.
Whoa!
20.
Oh!
5.
24. 25.
I'm proud of you.
As you all enter the room, Bugsy, you pick it up first. There's a few people who are crowding around it at first, but they start to move as you guys are entering. The Duke is, excuse me, no, the appointed committee to look into this is here. Now, please clear the scene, clear the scene. As he's ushering people out, you see before you what at one point was a body. What now is a possibly human figure hung up almost in a crucifixed position. The head is missing. The skin is flayed back and open. The rib cage has been broken apart in places. And the innards have been draped along the floor, almost pulled behind it, as in essence a cape dragging behind it. It is in a position like this. And it's just hanging from the ceiling in front of you.
Well, that's new. I don't think I ain't seen something like that back home.
There were other bodies too, right? Or is this the first one? I thought you
The
said
first one we've seen.
There is other ones. This is the first one you've seen.
This is the first one we've seen. Well, there's something quite special about the artistry of it, just like it says in the letter.
Who cares about artistry? What weapons are used to kill the person? There are wounds on the body?
Okay, make a medicine check and add your survival to it as well.
Guidance?
Ooh, plus a d4. Now I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Not that good. 12.
12. It's strange. You've seen from your experience. You've seen death. You've seen like very visceral. You've seen bodies that have exploded, where there's what you're guessing a body, but it's mostly just parts and pieces lying around. At some points of this, it looks almost surgical, like the ability to flay flesh back and pull it open but then the rough crudeness of the bones being broken off of the ribcage. It's almost two different people, it seems.
Duke, with your leave, may I inspect the room?
Yes. Honestly, I'm not usually used to this. It has been a long time since I've been near a body, and I'm going to excuse myself to get some air. Please, if you need anything, I will be outside. But other than that, yes. And he dips outside.
So, Herman will motor forward, and off of his shoulder comes like a little... and a small remote device begins hovering near him. It's his homunculus servant.
Cool.
And we're going to begin inspecting the surrounding room.
Okay.
Looking for any traces of who might have been in here with this victim.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Add your... Damn, I wish I had the old one. Add your... You know what? Add your Arcana.
Okay. And with my homunculus servant, we discussed it is providing me assistance and helping.
Yep.
So investigation and add Arcana. Okay.
Just actually to fill it in for some of you, I'm running a little bit of a different system that I'm homebrewing myself. So if you see me asking some weird stuff outside of the norm, that's why.
That's a 43.
43. Wow. Cool.
You picked the right skills for me.
Cool. No, that's great.
And then I rolled well.
So going through, you see through the body immediately. You're like, the scan is inch by inch, but going at a super high rated speed, checking all these incisions, cut marks, breaks, everything.
Yeah, tools are like coming out of
flying through it
and
all.
I'm just like providing like laser scans, and the homunculus servant is like in close with like a microscope.
You quite quickly figure out that nothing unusual about the body. As you're looking around the room, your servant is going by one of the tables in the room, stops and comes back, and lurches down, signals to you, and you immediately scan over and see a matchbook.
A like huge gauntleted fist goes out, and like two pinchers come out of the end of it and delicately like
on it, you are looking through, and it's a matchbook for a place called the Lunar Gardens. Most of you have all heard of it before. Very fine establishment in the uppers. You look a little harder, and you flip the matchbox over, and on it is just 3 little numbers. 209.
This matchbook is not of this area. It is from the Lunar Gardens. It contains 3 numbers. What were they, sorry?
209.
These numbers hold no significance to me, but perhaps they are a clue.
I've had my head in this the whole time. I can't make any sense at all of this with all the errors in it. It's not even... What even is this?
Not a very bright writer, huh?
I'm more about physical expression.
I can't read.
I start looking for the general.
Dear gods.
Now, did you add the annotations on here?
Above the table, yes.
For fuck's sake, did you correct my letter?
Maybe.
That's why you do not give the letter to them.
These pieces are evidence. They cannot be tampered with.
Who, me? It was like that when I got it.
Bugsy, make an Arcana check.
Math. 21.
21. You get a strange feeling about that letter. There's something faint, but something magical about it.
You see what I mean? What's even the point?
The point of the letter.
Of course, it says nothing. It's, the artistry and all that is very interesting. But I'm getting a little bored.
Herman will saunter over and he kind of like looms over. I guess, I don't know, how tall is your character?
Definitely shorter than you. I'd say like maybe.
You're 8 feet.
Yeah.
You are like, the way the roof is in here, you've got about 6 feet of back and forth movement almost.
Yeah, okay.
But you almost fill the room. You are like.
A real
So
Bugsy
anyway.
was not built to be intimidated.
Yeah, gotcha. So anyway, Herman like ambles over, and the homunculus servant also like goes over your shoulder, and we're kind of like crowding your space, and like some kind of like scanner narrows down on the letter that's in your hands, and with his knowledge of Arcana, he's trying to look for additional clues. If there's some way to,
Mr. Robot Man, are you able to detect any like fingerprints or any DNA that may be on the matchbook or the letter?
I possess only certain scans, but I will investigate.
Give me an investigation check.
Not so good. 18. Yeah, 18.
Just enough.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. That's crazy.
I hope
Where's
I
the
didn't
button?
write on something.
It's on the cap.
The evidence.
There it is. There it is.
Wow.
Oh.
It would appear
Scans
there is
the
a
entire
hidden
thing.
message in the letter.
Oh, I have one of those lights. I need to use it periodically at the set.
Oh. Somebody read
Not
it.
for
What
the
is-
same purpose.
Somebody read it. What does it say?
It says M.
Oh.
Would appear to be.
What
Wow, it looks like two spider
mountains.
legs.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The
Okay.
view from
You see.
above.
So, one more time, please.
I don't know. It's something.
You. What languages do you speak?
I remember that I picked Dwarvish.
Oh, good. You know that's a rune.
It's a rune! I've
Janelle got that.
seen that
I
before.
also speak Dwarvish. What kind of rune?
It's one of the Dwarvish runes.
Letter O.
Yeah.
It is one of them.
It's letter O! Letter O! Which is
Oh.
also absent from some of the letter. I will just point out.
What?
Is that right? Well,
Letter O and an S and art and missing letters.
Do the
And-
missing letters maybe form a message of some sort? Maybe. Like if we wrote all the missing letters down, maybe they make a message.
I couldn't
It
remember
says
the
ow.
proper spelling of that kind of word.
I note that you have misspelled the word boy.
Okay, but see the thing is, if you use the E, then it says "oh," which sounds like the kind of thing. It's like, "Oh, you owe me. This is you owe me. That's why I'm killing people." If you have an A, it just says "ow." Doesn't make as much sense.
Captain, I question the capability of our new companions.
Hey, you have a matchbox. box. I've seen that before.
Do you know of this place?
Oh, absolutely. I hate them. They steal all my customers. But usually, the number on the back can sometimes mean a room. Sometimes.
There is 209 rooms in this house?
Or it might be the second floor. Maybe.
You would know
The
from
room.
living there that the Lunar Gardens is a 3-story building.
Well, I suppose we have our first clue.
I don't really know because I've only been there one time and it was for... I wasn't a guest. But I suspect this is a room number. So we can leave the body now and we can...
Are we
To the party.
sure?
Should we leave it here?
Do we know who this person was? Did they have significance?
You can try to figure out a lot of the distinguishing marks. Have you still been scanning over the body?
Sure. I would go back and investigate the body because I've looked all around the room, and I would return to the body. Yeah.
Okay.
Taking essentially scans to record into my memory.
Roll a history and an insight for me.
History as insight. It's a bad combination.
Oh boy.
28.
28. You're thoroughly going over the body, inch by inch, quarter by quarter, section by section, methodically, so you're not missing anything. You pick up a few very strange details, other than the fact that the head is severed completely, clean.
I was going to ask.
Almost a single movement of a very sharp object. Remove this head. The person didn't know they were dead. Their head was probably rolling around on the floor, still looking at their body. You continue on along, looking for any identifying marks, moles, tattoos, anything along those lines. And it isn't until you get to the hands and you realize that the tips of the fingers are missing. But not cut off, chewed off.
This humanoid's appendages bear distinct teeth marks.
No, they're not human teeth. Smaller. Creature, but smaller.
Well, nobody knows animals better than me. Could I see if I recognize what kind of bite marks they come from, which animal?
Yeah, give me a medicine and investigation.
So I add them together?
Yep, add them together to
Okay.
your d20 roll.
Add them together?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need Mr. Calculator. No, actually, no, I don't. It's 22.
22. Your best guess? Really big rat or a cat has been chewing on the tips of these fingers.
Can anybody tell how long this body's been dead for?
What do I determine the rate of decay to be?
You're guessing 3 to 5 days. There's a smell. For those of you who can smell,
Those who have a nose.
the rot has started. You picked up on it late. Everyone else walking in went, whoo! It's... The skin's not flesh-toned anymore. It's graying. All the blood is gone from this. It's oddly missing, though.
Well, it looks like some technology quite snapped off this head and had it rolling around somewhere, but some of these old school barnyard animals definitely got to this guy too. Looks like it might be a combination of both of our peoples.
Interesting
Well, that does not bode well.
proposition. However,
I'm sorry to really interrupt, but if you're all done here, I really think we should head downstairs to the tavern, and we could probably discuss further there over a meal, because everything I've eaten has now gone over the edge. So, yes, I'm quite in need.
This is the guy in charge?
yeah, as a position,
Roll a history check for me.
I see.
that is 10.
10?
Flash of inspiration.
Ooh.
This like one of his. Exactly. It is like, as you're sitting there thinking, one of his fists points towards you, and like this of like electricity goes out, and just like.
Oh my god. What did I let you create?
Like the power of Christ compels you.
Reminder: there are no gods, so you can only help yourself.
Oh.
That is something I remember sometimes, but need more reminding. Thank you, XD. 14.
Plus
15.
15?
15.
Okay, that makes a difference.
Features.
Almond Audubon.
Almond.
Once worked with your father.
Okay.
But back then, when you met him, you were a young girl, and he was, at the time, a captain in the Bragg Royal Marines. He was in charge of research and development of special projects.
Mm-hmm.
You only remember that something went wrong. But to save face, your father took a majority of the blame. And the Duke got reassigned and promoted to a major. Ever since that day, he's always kind of looked out for you. More out of the necessity to save his own skin, knowing what he owes your father.
The general has some benefits. He may know of where this... Luna Gardens, you say, is competition for you?
Yes.
And this is a establishment where you...
It's a garbage establishment for garbage people. But yes, truthfully, it is quite nice. It is.
It must smell very bad.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it smells like roses when you walk in. Sometimes a little bit of citrus.
But the garbage is so stinky. How do they get the smell out of the people?
Right. So, okay.
Captain, that is simply the way these people smell.
That does explain XD. Thank you. I'm so glad we put in that Hexen knowledge base before we left the base.
My memory core is unfortunately full.
Mm-hmm. I would recommend that you present yourself as a little bit more neutral before we go in. Maybe even change your attire just a little bit. No, nothing. No, okay.
Yeah.
They discriminate against your kind, is what it sounds like.
Well,
Against elves?
no, not exactly.
Uniform, I think, is what she means.
See,
Authority.
Hexen is it pretends to be neutral, so
Neutrality.
so it's just better not to show your colours right off the bat. It's
I
maybe a
will
little
wear
bit
cloak.
safer.
It's fine.
In time, Hexen too will be brought under heel.
What will we do about you? When I saw you, I was pretty sure you would be the problem, and then you walked in. Respectfully, you are a beetle.
Correct.
Would you like to explain that a little bit, maybe?
The beetle part?
They are a product of Mother Earth, the mother that gave birth
hey,
to
son,
us.
that's
all.
not quite right either.
You have technology in you.
And you're a
Yes.
former.
Yes.
Would you like
But
to join?
why?
I expect a construct to bear more functional form.
We could get you up on the
Well,
tightrope.
I'm built for my function, son. I simply have a different
I
function.
am sexless.
Son, gender neutral.
Gender neutral.
I have been repurposed, perhaps. I was not always built for this.
Ah.
Oh.
That is
Oh.
very clear.
I shudder to imagine what function you were originally intended.
Well, are you interested to know?
No. Shall I go downstairs?
Let's keep it that way.
I would love to know. We need to read your
Really?
bio before
Let's
you come
not
work for me.
jump the shark.
You all
You
begin.
know metaphors. That's interesting to know.
How can shark jump?
You do all start to converge and make your way out of the tiny little abode.
Legs.
You come down the small catwalks that, Herman, you barely fit down. Every time you begin to roll through some of these, there's an uneasy creaking. There's a few moments where you hear wood buckling. And snap. Yeah. But for the majority, you make it to the end. Before you stands a pulley system, almost a way to lower yourselves. You from Hexen know that this is an easy way to get from the uppers to the lowers. But there's usually a guard who's mysteriously not at the top where they're usually posted.
Lazy military. No wonder they're neutral.
Standards in this region are incredibly low.
You all descend down, and from inside you see the warm glow of firelight coming from the Ivory and White's tavern windows. As you open the door, and you stumble inside out of the rain, which is now quite a bit more heavily coming down. You begin to shake off and look around the room, and everything when you guys step in comes to a complete dead stop. All conversations, all laughter, music, everything. And as you observe the room, one half is all brag soldiers. There is a 8-foot divide between the two of them. The other side, all Arconas, warriors. For the moment, they are following orders from both sides. Stay apart. Do not intermingle. Keep to yourselves. And slowly as you all enter, blatantly obvious that there's brag soldiers.
My cloak only covers my back. My mantle is entirely visible.
See what I mean?
And the 8-foot automaton with you, you know.
Maybe Bertie was right.
As you all enter, it's just so surprising to see not just the two sides, or brag with Hexen and Hexen with Arcanus, but the fact that all three factions are together. Everyone suddenly realizes who you are, and quietly the room begins to build with sound again as they all give you a wide berth. You find a nice round table sitting relatively close to the bar. 4 seats around it. You sit down. Some of you.
I do not require to sit.
Some of you just stoically stand. At this height,
I put my cloak up on you.
it's dripping wet, and you're just
Totally doesn't react.
yeah. No. At this point,
Just like a coat hook.
I need all of you to make a group perception check.
That was a group.
This, before you guys roll, is a pass-fail. If you fail as a group, something will happen.
Oh, I see.
If you pass as a group, something else will happen.
Back in high school.
Project.
Who wants to start?
Dirty 30. Or dirty 20.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
How many dirty 30?
I like not very perceptive.
I also got a dirty 30.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's it, folks. I forgot about it.
So
Sorry.
Okay.
Stupid
so that's
pass.
2.
13.
16.
12. Hi.
Bugsy, you notice.
I'm good at that.
At the bar,
Dirty, flirty, and
because you're
thriving.
from Hexen. You've been here before. You've seen this bar. You've performed here in the past.
I'll pretend to drink.
You know most people. Just through being able to visually remember. You scan the room. You've seen a lot of these soldiers and warriors here in disguise of some sort. You know, they've snuck away from the lines on leave or something, trying to relax and get a small reprieve from the war. There's one figure you can't completely see and you can't recognize. Their clothing's off. Their facial features, what you catch from brief glimpses from the edges of a hood. You can't remember them. And then you see their hands. Stained red. It isn't dry. But it also isn't in ink. It looks like old, crusted blood. You begin to slowly make your way closer, not even realizing you're walking towards. Oh, sorry, I presume you walk.
I do walk,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like,
Like crawl or.
well, I don't know.
Fly?
Yeah.
Cool.
No.
Hey. As you
down
begin, yeah.
Mashing like a pogo stick.
No,
Technology.
As you start to get closer and closer and closer, you're just about to the person. You reach out, and all you hear them yell is, "Death to the Queen! Arcanas forever!" And the entire bar begins to brawl. Just as you're reaching out, smash! A pint glass hits you in the face.
It just goes like, psh.
Just shatters and
Yeah.
you don't even flinch probably.
It's enough that you look, and by the time you look back, you see the back doors to the establishment swinging closed.
And this person is gone.
They are gone. But you are all in combat.
Yeah. What?
You are caught in a massive bar brawl. Everyone, please roll for initiative.
Before we get deep into combat, were there any distinguishing features I gleaned from this person before they got away?
With a 30, what you got is what you got. The red hands.
Red hands.
Yeah, but I don't. Not
Did you say
necessary.
music?
Yeah,
Did you say music?
yeah,
At this point, let's not.
yeah. It's where
Yeah.
we've been through. Can I actually steal the initiative tracker from you guys?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Okay. let's all roll for initiative.
All time.
I'm trying to think if I have advantage on this somehow.
Let's go around the horn. What do we got, Birdie?
6.
Starting off strong. Bugsy?
I regret to inform also 6.
Roll these. Or wait, who's got the higher dex?
There might be more 6s.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah, let's wait. Yeah.
Roll these at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Is that
What did you roll? I'm saying it could be. Theoretically. Right, okay. Could be more 6s. Right. I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
plausibly?
Schroeder's test.
Joan?
That would be 14.
Madam?
21.
Ooh. Okay,
Roll off.
so who's got the higher dex?
Ooh,
I have 14.
16.
Okay, so Birdie.
do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
If you're just towing between French and Russian.
I know, I was like, it's borderline Russian. I don't know. I was
The
like,
fun thing is, it could be both. It's made up. If it ever
true,
goes
that's
into
true,
it a
yeah.
little bit, just
Yeah.
know that it's close enough.
Authentic British
Okay.
accent.
Thank you.
Wow.
So, first up, Madam.
Oh, no.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
okay.
What?
Hola.
I don't want this.
Okay. 17.
17. You managed to get your elbows out enough to not be being crushed by the impact of both sides clashing together.
So, if I'm that crumpled, do I even have room to
You managed to get yourself a little bit of space. Yeah.
just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, but I don't have enough room to pull up my hula hoop. So instead, how big is this room?
This room, it's 50 by 30.
50 by 30.
The room is 50 by 30? Okay.
And right
Good.
now
Good to
everybody's
know.
just going
And I'm last?
crazy.
It is a massive
Absolutely
brawl.
crazy. All right. What I'm going to do is I think, what am I going to do? All right, why not? So I wiggle like this, and I'm trying so hard to get some room so that I can do something useful. And I managed to get one arm out, and there's all these wraps around my arms, and I managed to get one ribbon, and I spin it like this, and a whole bunch of smoke starts to form around my ribbon, and I shoot it straight in front of me for 20 feet. This is pyrotechnics.
Okay.
I'm creating thick black smoke that spreads
then I'm going
for
to
20
ribbon
feet, and my intention is to create kind of a barrier between two sides of the room to see if maybe we can like freak them out a little bit.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Okay. Ooh. I think I should be good at that. Especially not when I roll 4. 12.
Your ribbon goes out 5 feet, 8 feet, and gets piled into the side of someone's face. A little bit of smoke. You've got about a 5-foot cube around yourself.
Nice.
Oh no.
This is the worst.
Alright. Well, the good news is that before it failed, it was super inspiring. So,
You giving yourself inspiration?
no. How are we saying inspiration works? I can give it to one person,
You can give it to one person. You can give it to yourself as well.
but I don't want to give it to myself.
Yes, you can inspire one person.
Alright, I'm going to.
Like bardic inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so inspiring, and as I'm doing it the reason why it failed really is because I look at you and I make eye contact. And I'm like, just watch this, babe.
I understand the stage fright.
And you get a D8 to use.
Much obliged.
Lovely. Next up, XT. You
Let us go XT.
are currently
Yes.
experiencing
Yes.
something you are unfortunately far too used to. Fleshy organic matter bouncing off of you.
Joe.
I have so many interpretations.
Does a 22 hit?
It does not.
Does
Oh,
not
he's
hit.
sexless. Stay away from him.
As you are standing there, if you could be annoyed, you would be. And a random chair just comes flying towards you, smashes you in the face, and you just
In with the iron chair.
like there's now wood bits on you, and that's more even annoying, I guess, for someone like you. What would you like to do?
So, are we sort of towards the end of this brawl? Are we like right in the middle of it? Where are we placed
you made your
relative to
way.
everybody?
So, if for perspective, say this table was almost the shape of the bar.
Yeah, sure.
I am at the bar where Bugsy came up to. You guys would be 10 feet off of the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, and
The
then
door-
there's all of this.
Exactly. There is a long way to go to get to the main door you came into.
Okay, cool. And we're trying to sort of get back to the main door. Is that where the person left?
No,
Or did
he
they
went
go
through.
back?
He went through a side door. He hopped the bar and went through a side door. Out.
Do we even know
Thanks.
that though? I'm not
No,
sure
you
whether
guys wouldn't. The only one who knows that is
Okay, all we know is there's a
It's
huge
pretty
brawl.
quick.
So
Yeah.
all this. You heard
Got
the.
it.
You heard "Death to the Queen," and instantly
Yeah, got it.
brawl.
All right.
X day.
So Herman will say, "This room requires suppression," and a sort of like a metal rod comes out of his shoulder, and he's going to cast hypnotic pattern at the majority of the room out here.
Okay.
And so essentially, it's like flashing lights, like to create epileptic seizures.
Awesome. It's like an EDM concert.
And so,
I put on shades.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe to some they might think that's cool and have dance, but they are in such a pattern that they would cause like
All the
brag
bards at the
soldiers.
party are like,
It's DJ XT. Okay.
So technically,
Yeah, this
it's
is
a
gonna
wisdom
be.
save, but DM.
I'm going to make. Fuck it. I'm making 2 rolls.
All right.
Here's what I have to ask you, all except for you. Where are the 3 of you positioned?
Behind that one.
Would you be in line of sight of XT spell?
Wouldn't I say no because I'm too short?
How short are you?
I'm a half elf. I was only thinking like 3 feet.
Half elves are the size of normal people.
Yeah, but I'm like a shorter one.
She's like a dwarfish.
Yeah.
She didn't say what the other half was.
Yeah.
She's a dwarf elf.
Yeah.
A dwarfle.
I don't know what the other half is.
Why is this so hard, man?
But I mean, like, not 8 feet. You know what I mean?
But also, hypnotic pattern spreads throughout the room.
It's a
So-
it's a
You're
3-foot
behind?
radius.
I would say I'm
And
beside.
so it's essentially
Okay.
the entire
Yeah.
width of this room
Okay.
Okay.
in here.
Okay.
I will give you, and you advantage on the wisdom saving throw. You are fine, because your back would be to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to roll.
Are we being charmed or something?
This is to.
Because I would also.
charm. That's
I'd have
correct,
advantage
charm.
anyways.
I'm going to
Me
roll
too.
for
We just roll at advantage, so? Oh.
1 die for Arcanus, 1 die for Bragg.
Okay.
Cool, like it.
We're treating these as just
So
the whole.
yeah, wisdom 19.
Oh, like the
19?
Save. Yeah.
They both fucking.
19? I got 20.
19.
They both fail.
yay!
And
The-
I do as well.
The entire room just suddenly. Like, you see one guy about to rail on another one. You see a female officer, a Bragg officer, like, chewing on someone's arm. Like, this place has gone feral.
Oh my god.
But they all have suddenly stopped and are watching Herman. Is that your turn?
The only other thing I'll say is, now is our time to escape.
But he failed.
You failed?
I passed.
I'm just looking at him.
Yeah.
It can be broken. Someone has to use their action to do so.
How do we fix this? What do we?
Captain, it's your turn.
I look up at XT and go, uppies. And that's the end of my turn.
He suddenly has an American accent.
The captain requires. Thank you. The captain requires awakening.
I think the captain requires uppies.
That's what he said.
Opiates?
Next up is Birdie.
Do you get like
I'm next?
a roll
Yeah.
to save or anything?
Yeah, shouldn't it be... No.
But on his hold on. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. So it's charmed for a minute. They don't get a reroll.
Needs to be struck
Charmed?
out of it, pretty much.
Yeah. The
Struck?
spell ends for affected creature if they take any damage or someone uses an action to shape the creature.
Hey, and my turn's next.
You can shake them.
Shake the baby.
Or
You can shake him.
And I heard him like say though, like the captain
Yeah,
needs.
the captain
like I heard all of
Yeah.
that.
Awakening.
What? Awakening, eh? Awakening, and I'm just gonna like smack, unarmed strike like a.
So now, you said that you are yay tall.
Wow, how tall are you?
5'5"?
So my
Okay, so
foot-
you could reach.
arm reach. Yeah,
Not that
I could uppercut actually.
My other
uppercut
half is
instead.
also elf.
You reach out and
Very taboo.
you take a big swing. Roll the hit for me.
Unarmed strike, right, yeah.
Wood elf and high elf. Ooh.
You're playing a duet and you still end up fucking so.
That's a 7.
7.
With advantage, because I'm
Yeah. Because
incapacitated?
he's incapacitated.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
And also not resisting it at all?
That's a 9.
So
Tough luck.
you reach
For
out.
you.
You reach out and slap as hard as you can. You aren't really looking. You grab a handful of ass.
I rolled pretty bad.
Can still do it though. Can I roll a shock roll or something? No, that's
Roll for pleasure. Roll for password.
09.
Safe word.
09. Banana.
Hey, why'd your voice change? Just calmly say banana the whole time. So, what's your damage?
Oh, I'm rolling for damage?
For unarmed strike, yes, you do.
so
3.
3, so you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage,
This is okay.
and you are now awake with a bum cheek.
That was not what I meant, but I'm glad you're okay. Are you okay?
I'll think about it.
Is that the rest of your turn? Bonus action, movement.
Movement? Not yet.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on. Because you said it's an action to give one of these, right? So
Yes, it is.
then I won't. Yeah.
Then, Bugsy, you turn around just to awkwardly see
I, like,
Birdie
smacked him.
smack Captain Joan on the ass.
That's how we do it in the South. That's how we
It
do
is
it.
now.
That is not how we do it.
You went from the South. You just from the South.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding,
yeah,
ding.
Just
It is
turn
your turn,
around,
Bugsy.
slapped on the ass. Everyone's just like stopping and watching. Like,
Watching the ass slaps.
it's been a
Ass
second.
slaps.
Alright, y'all, we need to break the shenanigans. Whoever that fool was that yelled out about the queen and death and all of that, got out that way.
I think we gotta go after them. They were mighty suspicious looking. I've never seen that sort around here. And I've been around here.
I concede the other construct of our group.
I'm glad you see some reason.
Technology knows best, even if it looks like that.
So, at this point, we're out of combat.
Where's the closest brag officer?
The one that was gnawing on the guy's arm.
Cool. I grab her by the neck and just fucking like,
Why?
who is your commanding officer?
That's so ridiculous.
It's it's you.
You will tell them that you will be on your best behavior, or when you get home, you will be running laps until you bleed into the ground. I will use your body as fertilizer for all the lovely plants and fruits and vegetables that we use.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Please, as you drop her to the floor, she's looking around at everybody who's still in XT's
Bugsy, let's go.
state
Quick,
and
just
worms their way out.
I want to sneak upstairs.
Oh, you want to go back upstairs?
I want to go to her. I want to attempt room 209.
It's not here. Different building.
Yes, we have to go.
This is
We're
the
on the
ivory
same
and white.
building.
Where are we right
Same one.
You're in the ivory and white.
Yeah.
We're in the same one.
Yes.
You were up.
We never left.
You were up.
We never left.
Fucking building.
You were in the uppers,
Okay.
which is built above
Yeah.
the ivory and white. It's
So we're in the same building, but we went down
Yes.
levels?
Yeah.
yeah.
We just went
Oh,
downstairs.
I was so confused why we were going down
We just
levels to
went
get to the
downstairs.
fancy place.
But to
No,
Madam's
you're
point,
not in the fancy
let's-
place. You are
yeah.
in the shitty tavern
Gotcha.
in the
This
low.
Yeah.
makes so much sense all of a sudden.
Really?
The blueprints.
Yeah.
Put in my head.
I wanted to. Yeah, just lots.
You still
Put
get
it
it.
to make a little.
We get it. We were just confused for a little bit. It's okay.
Well, I was
It's
gonna
fine.
make like a two-tiered thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
You still will.
Yeah. I probably will. Anyways, you all, as you're exiting out the back door, Madam, roll an investigation check on yourself.
On myself.
Yeah.
22.
22.
skimpy queen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
Little bit.
looking, making sure my hair's fine. It's good, yeah.
Yep, hair's great. Everything seems to be in place. You reach down to your side where underneath your garments you keep a small hidden wallet, but where you put your hand you feel an opening. And as you slide your hand in, where your coin purse was is now gone.
Oh, those bastards.
You know, back in my town, there's a thief called Scree that everyone's trying to catch. He'd be stealing everything. I bet it was him.
Oh my god, he tried to work for us one time.
You've heard of him too?
The assless chops were a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Even for us.
Yeah,
It was
he
a
likes
lot.
those.
Anyway, I lost my coin purse.
Ass.
Just an ass today.
The appeal.
It's funny because as the madam says this, you all begin to pat yourselves down and realize
Awesome bitch.
all of you have been robbed blind.
But how?
Now, I'm assuming, XT, you had taken the matchbook and the letter
Yeah.
and stored them. You immediately run an internal scan
Fucker.
and notice that it was tried to be tampered with, but they were unsuccessful.
So I still have my thing.
You still have everything that would have been in said hidden compartment,
Cool.
money-wise. The rest of you have all been robbed blind. So you can all set your gold to 0.
That's a bit problematic.
So is it just gold?
Yes.
It was like 30 that we started with or something.
And so you're saying I still have my
You still have yours.
because there's literally like a kit
It
compartment
is.
underneath
Yeah.
my metal plate.
Mr. Robot Man, are you missing anything? Because we also be missing money here.
So XT kind of like raises up for a second and like this like door opens up and there's like a compartment here. And there's
Oh my
still
gosh.
everything in there.
The letters sitting there, the matchbook, as well as a small coin purse.
Any personal belongings in there?
Well, that's good at least. Because what if we need to pay for information or transport or something? Ugh, so frustrating.
Let's get out of this town. Let's go find the Lunar Garden and see what's going on over there. What time of day is it? Sorry.
It's early evening, but the storm is still rolling through. It's dark and cloudy, and lightning every now and again flickers and lights up the sky, but the rain is coming down substantially.
This weather will be good for the crop season.
This is true.
Now, those of you from Hexen know the Lunar Gardens is in the uppers, and it's pretty much the exact opposite end of town. You begin making your way through the lower streets. At several locations, though, you get stopped. Almost like guard checkpoints. Well, I've seen you two around, but I don't think I'm supposed to let any of you braggy and you Arconi folk through. We kind of got strict rules with everything that's going on to kind of lock down the town down here. So unless you guys got good reason to be heading northward in town, I'm afraid I can't let y'all through.
Of course we have a good reason. It would have been really nice if they would have given us a sigil or something. But we have good reason.
You do realize you're shit.
losing pedals.
Just sitting here minding my own business.
I'm real sorry, y'all, but like, if can you provide me anything with why you might need to be heading up this way? Otherwise, gonna have to say sorry. Y'all needs to turn around, and go the other.
Captain,
Does she usually look like that?
Captain, we're here on official business, aren't we?
We are, and you're wasting our time.
I'm
We were
very
sent by
weird.
Duke. What's his name?
Duke Almond Albom.
What she said?
Oh, him. Oh, wait, y'all that group.
Oh, yes! So great of you to remember now. Can we go through?
No, not until you produce something. I need to see. I need something. Anything. I can't just let anybody through. How do I know you're saying who you're saying you are?
I take out all of my fucking regalia and shit. All my captain brag, like, I'd imagine I'd have like a badge or
You'd have, yeah.
there would be a bunch of shit, pins even
Yeah.
on my lapel where like I just start fucking
Oh.
putting them all out and just
Oh.
put them all in my hand, showing them.
Those are very nice.
He does not want them. XD, do you have
No.
anything? I start putting them back on my fucking lapel.
I cast prestidigitation to produce a official looking document signed, stamped by the decree of Duke Audubon.
Get fucked!
Y'all mind if I take a look at that?
Wow, of course.
Nice.
Signed right there by Duke Audubon, as you can see. Yes, very official.
I see.
His stamp and
Well,
signature right
this
there.
all looks. This all looks right. So, I guess. Well, Jimmy,
Oh dear God.
open the gate. They can go. The thingy here says they can go through. And you see this rickety, just single pole that really, you know, someone like XT wouldn't even feel it as a bump going through. But it raises and, well, yeah, y'all, just mind your P's and Q's out.
Of course, we'll keep them all together. Don't
Sorry, they have one of those shitty toll gates. Fuck these people. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You continue to move down the road, and everybody make a perception check.
As we're leaving, I'll pat the guard on the side and be like, much obliged. You know, I've never asked your name around here. I've been through here so many times.
Oh, my name's Mervin.
Mervin, Bugsy.
No way.
Mervin.
A fan.
You're not the
Bugsy the Beetle.
Hey, Jimmy! It's Bugsy the Beetle!
Oh, well. You're making me blush.
Well, you know, you please come on.
Blush.
Come on through.
Truly.
You were such a huge part of my childhood.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I love to know I've touched a couple hearts here and there. Wow, that just makes my day, sir.
You are welcome. You have yourself a good time, and just make sure that none of these other folks you're traveling with cause any trouble.
I got him in order, sir. Don't you worry. Now you keep our city safe.
I am doing my best.
God bless.
Thank you very much. You continue on, and what's the distance for prestidigitation?
10 feet.
So we get just past the toll, and we're like, walk faster, don't look back.
You hear, after you've gone about
We're going
20,
and I'm like, okay, let's go,
30
y'all.
feet, you hear, hey Jimmy, where'd that fancy letter go?
We gotta go, y'all.
But we must help them find the letter. It could be
They
a
just
problem.
got they misplaced
Trust me,
it.
we gotta go. I lied. We gotta go.
Oh, then we should leave.
You come to, again, one of these elevator type platforms. At the bottom, you see not a Hexen guard that you've come across several times so far traveling through the streets. You recognize it. This is an Arconis Hive warrior.
Mm-mm.
And you know they are not to be trifled with. They do not simply show up without a reason. Now, roll an insight check.
I'm rolling 10.
10. It has you almost irked. You know that this caste warrior doesn't travel without a damn good reason.
Okay.
And they are usually the personal guard of the Grand Vizier.
Okay.
You all look at them, and they are just steadfast, stoic. You can't even see their eyes. It is a cloth wrap around, very sheer over the eyes. You can't see the actual eyes, but you can feel the presence of them staring.
I'm not trying to deceive with what I'm about to say, okay? Just to be clear, I'm not being like sarcastic or anything. I'm like this is for real in character, and this is Birdie not trying to be sarcastic either. Okay, because you guys will understand when I say it. I was like, Jimmy Bob, is that you? Jimmy Bob, you can't hide behind that mask. I know that it's you. Let me tell you something. All right, Uncle Jeb, I think is going to be on the way too. Since Uncle Jeb will be here maybe in a week's time or a couple of days, I'll up your order of the Elvis Parsley special we have at the store, if you let us through. And we both know how expensive those Elvis Parsley potions are, and how much you like them. And I'll remind you what Elvis Parsley is if you want to look. to the bottom.
How is this not a scam?
What
I
is
don't.
going on?
You
This cannot be real.
I think something illicit is occurring.
It gets us through.
make a
I'm not lying though. Like,
No, I
I'm
know.
genuinely. Yeah, like,
make a persuasion check with advantage. And
Let's see.
and you can add your performance to it as well.
So add the 2 again.
And you're guiding yourself, right? Right.
Yes. Yeah.
There is no God.
Only guidance.
So that's a 30 then.
30. That's good because that was the DC.
Oh!
I know Jimmy Bob from anywhere. We went to school together.
There's no emotion. There's no response other than just a brief hand movement that unlatches the gate
He took me to the prom.
and is allowing
And what happened at that prom?
allowing you each to enter until Captain Jean, you go to step up and you watch the head just slightly look down at you.
I look him right back in the fucking where his eyes should
JB,
be.
I don't know who this gal is, but she's around and she's some sort of captain of some sort. Kind of like you were the captain of the football team back in the day, you know?
XT is hovering near the captain,
Yeah.
of course, and so he would be like immediately beside and would like edge up towards the warrior as well, making tons of noise.
Obvious.
It's to put it in
Civil.
perspective. This warrior stands equal in size to you. They are massive, covered in runic tattoos, and carrying a massive spear. And it raises its head to look at where one would possibly imagine a head.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
This body.
And then just repositions itself, staring forward. And you guys both gain access to the elevator.
XT also unflinchingly just like turns past him and continues.
Man reaches back out, shuts the cable gate. And then you guys all begin raising up.
Sorry, buddy, are you from Arcanos?
I am.
Have you ever dealt with one of these personal guards?
I would have, right? Like they protect the city, it kind of seems like.
They do not protect Hexen. That's why it was so weird to see one here.
Right.
These were...
They typically protect the royal family, so to speak, of our city.
Well, there's not a royal family. There's an elected vizier. And they are used for two purposes. One, to protect the vizier. The second is they are a major piece to your frontline warfare during the war. As Bragg was able to build creations through the Happiness Company, like XT, Arcanos began to meddle in certain magics to alter the form of creatures.
Which I know plenty about.
You've heard rumors all your life about these. You've never seen one up close. You've seen them, but you've never seen one that close.
Might be someone important from our town up here. Maybe that's why Jimmy Bob showed up.
You all exit the lift, and before you is a very organic-looking wooden door. Stained glass panels in the front. The light through the back dances out different colors towards you. The rest of the building is looks like almost a silk white flowing sheet. Different panels of fabric, blowing and moving. Almost that it's affected by its own separate weather from the inside, compared to the storm rain that you're standing in outside. As you enter, you look around. It's draping fauna or flora. Different white snowdrop type flowers, vines, all these very organic plant life around you. The smell of lilac is strong everywhere in here.
Lilac today.
You look up at where you would think is the ceiling and see nothing but a completely open, moonlit sky. Soft white light seems to radiate from behind each one of these flowing type sheets. You see off in the corner a desk. It says, with a little sign, it says, reception.
As we're entering, Herman will slowly drive up towards this plant life around the outside and reach up a huge, like, gauntleted forearm, and the pincers come out, and it almost gently pinches a leaf and just like turns it as though it's like carefully looking at it with like a gentleness you wouldn't expect from like this massive robot. Almost as though it's like familiar and knows how to handle.
Can I go
that sort
up
of
while he's
plant.
doing this and just, it's beautiful, ain't it? What Mother Nature can create.
These plants are well cared for.
They are. They're very lucky to be here.
Garbage.
She has a flower in her hair.
A garbage
What's so
keeper.
garbage about
I want to
it?
see them.
Or just garbage. It's so pedantic and expected.
And susceptible to attacks from the air.
Right?
Very in
Exactly.
character for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
From the opposite end, the building's almost a long Quonset hut style, curved roof. And when you look towards the other end, you hear music playing, soft melodies flowing through. Every now and again, you catch the glimpse of something being cooked. Something smells amazing. It just dances on the end of your tongue. Earthy, but yet spice, yet you catch sweet notes. You smell almost this honeyed nectar in the air as well. You hear footsteps. Coming up towards you.
I like to hide.
Roll a stealth check.
Don't think it would be good if they saw me again.
No. Oh, I'm really good at stealth. Wow! 21.
21. It's good. Good evening. I am this hotel's manager. My name is Eclipse. How may I be of service?
Well, it's nice to be acquainted with you. Owner of the establishment. I see.
No, I am
No.
not the owner. I'm just the manager.
Oh, well, you have that air about you. I see.
Well, I am
Leadership position and all.
Air Genasi, so that
There
Makes
is that
sense.
air about you.
yes,
Indeed.
I got it.
Ah.
Very kind of you. Anyways, what is it that I can
do for you? Are you in need of a room? I unfortunately don't believe I have anything that can service your mechanical patrons, but...
I am not in need of service.
They don't sleep. Why would they need a room?
Well,
That is true.
people have some strange requests here.
He's sexless. He don't need no service in that department.
Oh, how unfortunate.
These statements are factually correct.
Anyways,
Well, in fact, we already have a room at this fine establishment. We are just returning.
you have a room. I don't remember.
Yes, room 209. We checked in recently.
She...
It was that dwarven girl, wasn't it? That was at the
What?
receptionist at the time with the black hair.
Oh yes, of
Her name
course.
was Elizabeth.
Had it done up
I
so
have never
nicely
been to
that
this place
day.
before.
I am... It's unfortunate to inform you that no one of the dwarven persuasion, especially one named Elizabeth, has ever worked here.
Must have been a different establishment.
Yeah, we stay everywhere. We travel. We're the support band for this lovely singer here.
Oh yes, I love having my friends come along with my shows with me
I see.
and showing them around the city.
You don't recognize her?
No, we don't get many ironclad people up here, as one might think. Room 209, you say? And she
Indeed.
turns and goes to this massive ledger book and stops at a page, slow finger dragging down. Unfortunately, you said you checked in when?
Oh, recently.
Yes. The room is vacant.
Must have been another establishment.
Yeah, we just get so confused.
Yeah, that was where Elizabeth was.
Yeah, that's
But
the
if it is vacant, we would take it.
Oh, I'm afraid you're unable to.
Why?
The entire top 2 floors of this establishment have been rented out.
I just said it was vacant.
Yeah.
It's vacant because it has been rented out for
That's two different things.
security purposes.
Well, I thank you for giving us that information. Sorry to waste your time. I hope you all have a lovely time with your
Can I kind of like so like the Bugsy's talking and I'm gonna kind of gesture. You know, some of these potions that I make, folks. One, it's one of our top sellers called Fernie Sanders. Let's say it
yeah, it is.
makes you not visible anymore.
Ah. Okay.
And I'm gonna look back at like he's on the computer. Okay.
No, I'm listening.
No, I mean like the
He's
concierge.
checking the
person.
reservation code.
Yeah.
From in the foliage
And-
behind
6,
him. I'm
7.
And just so happens, I brought 2 of them.
Wow.
And also, another little secret, I can transform a little bit. So maybe if I went with 2 others as a little mouse or butterfly, something like that, 3 of us could do some recon. Seems like Mr. Robot's good at that. But my potions work on him.
Your potions will work. I have a receptacle where I
I just don't.
enter liquids.
These are very highly
Cooling
potent.
agent.
They'll last
However,
like an hour. Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
ill-equipped for matters of subterfuge.
I know what those words mean.
He's not good at being quiet.
never having a whole conversation like
Let's
right
step
beside.
outside. Thank you very much.
He talks really slow and quiet. I don't think he's.
Oh,
Quincy's just sitting there
He's on that.
watching.
He's on that devil's
The 4 of
lettuce
you.
that we talk about.
Thank you very much for alerting us as to the vacancy of this establishment. It has been much appreciated. We're just gonna step outside now. I wish you a lovely, lovely day.
Thank you.
I stay where I am.
This place is a front on everything that I believe in. And then I walk away.
She doesn't mean it. Thank you, Eclipse.
You all leave.
You're staying?
I guess you're hidden. Yeah.
In the foliage. I made my skin go a little green.
You found a fern.
Okay.
Bernie Sanders.
There's more names coming. We only heard two.
Because I heard you loudly talking about being invisible, so I'm just waiting.
I don't know who.
Well,
What
as
are we
we
thinking?
step out, I am also imbued with the power to grant a little bit of invisibility if required.
Through what the means?
My makers have given me some magic.
No, I'm good.
Your magic is not simply physical means.
Like XT here.
Oh, no, there is like some actual magic. I get you two are averse to that.
I can do this.
A construct bearing magical power is foreign to me.
Hey, the first time for everything, son.
I am sexless.
I'm gonna come up with a new one for you.
Child.
Child.
This feels like blasphemy.
Kid.
Bro.
I am 128 years old.
I'll think of one for you. Don't you worry. Nonetheless, if you can put your beliefs aside, and we have the potions instead, if that is more willing.
These are
for
from
you.
Mother Earth, our mother who birthed us. May the forest be with you.
Nice tagline.
Fuck, we're getting sued.
Maybe I should clarify. My skills are in being undetected. So invisible is good, not necessary for me
You think you can pass that man and not be invisible?
easily.
He doesn't seem like he's actually that
Easily.
strong.
Which leads me back to you, Matt.
Let's see how easy it is.
You set playing.
After the compatriots exit the building, Eclipse stands there, staring out, watching them intently.
Fucking narc.
They take the book, close it, signal over to someone. Very wispy creature comes floating up from behind one of the curtains. It's an air elemental. Don't allow them back in, under any means. And almost walking at first, you hear the click, click, click of the heeled shoes, and then it dissipates. And you watch, they're still moving. But now they're floating 6 inches off the floor. Away.
Is there like stairs up?
You watch as they head down the building, and you see off to the side a twisting wrought iron staircase that leads to an upper floor.
Okay.
The book lies before you.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, but is it a trap? And the elemental had gone the other.
The elemental floated out towards the door.
And we're outside. Like we didn't see any of this. Only Madam did. I could have helped us.
She will. Ow.
Off a little hiding spot. Look around and really sneakily over to go look in the book.
Okay. You open the book and you begin flipping through pages. And you see before you that second floor ledger. In room 209. It's not vacant. There's a name. Dalton Brass. Now, living here for most of your life, you sit and make a history check. Add just your intelligence or your wisdom modifier to it.
So history plus wisdom.
Hit the beat between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
21. Dalton Brass, Dalton Brass, Dalton Brass, Dalton Brass. Why is that name? It hits. Dalton Brass was the first mayor of Hexen when it became a city.
Like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah. Strange why his name would be in this ledger. He is a dwarf. They have been known to have a fairly long life, but no one has seen nor heard from him for quite some time.
Close the book. And can I... They're not coming back in. So I'd like to try and sneak upstairs.
Oh my god.
You can.
I was
Oh,
out here like, huh.
I'm
That
going to
was
try and
one
Wasn't there
of
sneak
someone else with us?
Make a stealth check.
All right.
What form are you in right now? How do you look?
Well, as I'm going up, what I'd like to do is change my appearance to bluish air elementally. Because
Okay.
I think they're roughly the same
Then
configuration.
take advantage on it.
Oh, thank the
Jesus
Lord.
Christ.
That's significantly better. 31.
Whoa. So as you are beginning to make your way towards the stairwell going up, you
With this posture. Light as a feather. Light as a feather.
with just the greenish hue tinge that helped you blend into the scenery in the background, you're a performer at heart. Trip.
And the ribbon comes out and goes like
As you stumble down, you time it perfectly with a group of people walking by. And in that moment, what stands up and walks away is a bluish tinge air elemental, and nobody any the wiser. You go upstairs. You're walking down the hallway. It's quiet. Very quiet. Make a perception check.
17.
You hear moving at the end of the hallway. Loud thumping steps. It's hard to tell.
Are there rooms on either side?
Yeah.
Am I on the second level?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to go to a door and just test. Open. Does it?
Well, you don't have any keys, so...
But it doesn't. Now it's locked. In that case, I'm going to continue forward. I belong here.
As you float forward.
Thumping with you.
Shh! Don't do it with your kids!
It's like, she's not very
At the end of the
stealthy.
hall, one of those
5 audience marches across your path. It stops and looks down the hallway towards you.
Carry on.
Slowly looks back, continues on its pattern. You look to your left, to your right, and you see the room numbers. 207, 208, 209. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Damn.
Hope everybody had fun. We've got a few more, XT had a mechanical issue and is going to correct it. Thank you so much for all coming in tonight. Kenzie, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, can't wait. We're going to play some more. And we will see you guys soon. Hi, hey, hello.
Oh man!
I'm in it.
So good. So good.
It was good
Sorry,
characters.
I didn't mean to run off without you guys,
Oh,
but
no,
I was
that's
like,
good.
I
No, this is-
No, but it's a good place to end then.
This was so much better. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't wait to drop the shit on you, Nedwick.
Oh no.
I feel like we had more people coming into this place.
What happened?
I have a 15 passive perception.
I have no allegiance to
Mine's
any of
20, and I still can't make heads or tails of this.
Damn, that's funny.
them.
I guess we should just continue on, huh?
So canonically, I've been here once before, so maybe I know where I'm going.
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
I was like,
I was like, it could be a puzzle.
It's supposed to be spelled.
It is supposed to be spelled
see,
So
that's
it
what I
could be.
thought. Like missing letters maybe meant something. I was
He's trying
like,
to put you off the trail.
not the smartest
This,
tool and shit.
this fake anger.
I was live texting Kenny. I was like, so you have to sell like my potions. I just make them, and she's like, you got it. And then I was like, Josie and Loren's characters have a bad attitude, and Kenny goes, I can fix that. And then I said, they seem like they're very anti-immigrant. Janelle runs a brothel, I think.
Yeah.
Is not not at all.
Few things for you guys next time.
We are sick.
I feel like we were
And
good.
Oh,
I like
That
that.
was amazing.
I liked it.
Really
Yeah.
Very
It's
coordinated.
amazing.
Did you guys plan this together? Like the how much? How much planned?
Not like a super. I think. I made my character after he made his, and I saw he made like a little artifice or whatever, and I was like, ooh. And then we just ended up talking about it. The session is over, Loren. I'm sorry.
You died.
Rocks fall.
It was just the perfect moment.
Yeah, for everyone to die.
Stop it.
Okay, so quick summary. What happened?
I got to the door and I started thinking about opening it, and that's where we
Okay.
stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a big magic guy in there as well, and that's big
Yeah.
magic guy. Yeah, those.
One of the
Elemental
warriors.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Warrior
Yeah.
protectors of the Vasir. Got it. All right. So.
Oh, you would have learned. I can
would
give
have
you
learned.
now. Looking through the book.
Bonus content.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Un momento.
See, senor.
Load, fucker.
Should do like a GoFundMe for like a new like laptop or something. Poor DM.
I'll just hit up fucking in-laws.
Please subscribe. Like and subscribe so we can get Darryll a new laptop.
Okay. You know,
Patreon.
you know that Grand Vizier Simon Stormsong is occupying the top floor of the building.
What was his name again?
Grand Vizier Simon Stormsong.
Mushroom Man. Understood.
So he occupies the top floor, and someone going by the name Dalton Brass.
That you know
In the book.
at
Said
one
it.
point
What's
somebody
the
named
mayor?
Dalton Brass was the mayor of Hexen.